So what we're doing is we're heating up that first point to the point where the solder is melted. You see how easily that came off? Just pulled it right off. Then you repeat it for the other two contact points. All right, and here's the last one. By the way, you'll notice I plugged it into this little DI so that it wouldn't jump around and it kind of is stable for me. All right, and all I'm doing is touching the solder joint on the last pin there, and I kind of very gently grab a hold. All right, now that we've got the cable off from the plug, we see how it's kind of put together. The first thing we have to do is kind of open up this casing a little bit. All we're going to do is take our wire cutters and very gently, I'm cutting through just the rubberized part and peel that off, okay? Now you'll see how this was all kind of made quite a mess, really. What I like to do is I make sure that I gather up the shield. See all that wire right there? That's the shield. And basically what we're going to do, oh, those things are very sharp, by the way. I'm going to create a nice tight braid. And I'm just winding this up. So that I've made a little lead right here. See that? It's pretty fat. I'm going to make sure that there's no hangers. You don't want these hangers over here, because those are the things that can cause a little bit of a short. We've got these two ends. These little plastic things are just filler. Cut them away. Don't need them. And we've got our hot and cold lead. Hot and cold lead. What we're going to do, we're going to create a new end here so that they're nice. I'm just cutting off the ends. And I'm going to strip a little bit of the end of the rubber of each. I've stripped the wires. We've got them all set. And I'm making them about the same length. Like that, right? Now we're going to tin these wires. Tinning is the most important part of soldering. Let me show you how it's done. I'm taking the end of this wire, and it's all rolled together, okay? Kind of heating it up a little bit. And what I'm going to do is now I'm going to add a little bit of solder to it. And watch what happens when the solder heats up. See how it's just kind of melting right on to this? It's all silver now. That's tinning, okay? You do that to every single end. And now we can make the connection very simply and double check. Say, oh, there's pin number 1. That's this one. That's the white one. Let's start right there. Notice I just used that. Now, see how that's setting right there? This is the easy part. Grab a little bit of solder. I'm going to heat this See how easy that was? It's connected. Now, just to make sure that we don't have any connection between, say, this pin and that pin, I grab a little bit of electrician's tape and I kind of sneak it in between these two and do a little tape job. So there you have it, a very, very basic look at how to solder, make some simple repairs, something that most of us should be able to do. Don't be afraid to get in there, get your hands dirty, learn how this stuff works, all right? It's not that big a deal, and it's something, part of the craft.